Hello viewers, welcome to ARC. Today I am going to tell you about anatomy of eyeball, in which we will talk about anatomy of eyeball and visual pathway. Eyeball. The shape of eyeball is oblate spheroid. It has two poles, anterior and posterior pole. The central point of maximum convexities of anterior and posterior curvature is called the anterior and posterior pole respectively. Equator. Equator, it is the midplane between the two poles. Now, the dimensions of eyeball. So, this is the posterior pole. This is the anterior pole. This is the antero-posterior diameter. This is the vertical diameter. This is the transverse diameter. Antero-posterior diameter, this is the vertical diameter, and the last one is the transverse diameter. Antero-posterior diameter is 24 mm, horizontal diameter is 23.5 mm, vertical diameter is 23 mm, circumference is 75 mm, volume 6.5 ml, and weight is 7 grams. Now the next is coats of eyeball. In this there are three coats: outer, middle and inner pole. Outer is the fibrous coat and it consists of cornea, sclera and conjunctiva, in which this is cornea, sclera, and the third part is conjunctiva. It is a dense, strong wall. It has two parts. The 1/6 anterior part is the cornea and the 5/6 posterior part is the sclera. The junction of cornea and sclera is called the limbus. Now the second layer is the middle layer. It is a vascular coat. It supplies nutrition to the eyeball. It consists of three parts: iris, ciliary body and choroid. This is iris. This is ciliary body. It is choroid. Now the third layer. It is the inner layer and it has nervous coat. It is retina. It consists of two layers, pigment cell layer and light sensitive layer. The segments and chambers of the eyeball. It can be divided into two segments, anterior segment and the posterior segment. Anterior segment, it consists of lens, iris and cornea. This is lens, this is iris and this is cornea. It is filled with aqueous humor and which can be divided into two spaces. This is the anterior chamber and this is the posterior chamber. The anterior chamber, it is bounded anteriorly by back of cornea and posteriorly by the anterior surface of iris and part of ciliary body. It communicates with the posterior chamber by pupil. Posterior chamber, it includes structures posterior to the lens. It is triangular in shape. It is bounded anteriorly by the posterior surface of the iris and part of the ciliary body, and laterally, posteriorly by the crystalline lens and laterally by the ciliary body. The second is the posterior segment. This whole is the posterior segment. It consists of vitreous humor, the retina, choroid and optic disc. The optic disc, it consists of optic nerves and vessels. Now let's talk about visual pathway. This is the retina. These are optic nerves. This is optic nerves only. This is optic chiasma. This is optic tract, lateral geniculate body, optic radiations, This is visual cortex. I left out one point. The structures which are anterior to the lens, these are kept to be transparent, therefore the nutrition is provided by the aqueous humor. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and share it with your friends. Do subscribe our channel. Thank you.